Kelly and I first met back in high school. We were introduced by a friend of ours.
Alexis Teichmiller. We were best friends all through elementary school and high school.
She and I became very good friends, and I had heard her talking about her best friend Kelly quite a bit, so I was always anxious to meet her. And finally there was a snow day back in, what was it, March? January. And I went over to Lexi's house with a couple other of our friends to go sledding, and had my first introduction to Kelly then.
So I walked through the living room, had zero makeup on, my hair was in a ponytail, and I saw this cute guy. I was like, oh geez, what have I done?
I thought it was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen. So after that, I mustered up the courage to send her a Facebook request, become friends with her on Facebook, and from there we started messaging a little bit more after our first interaction with each other, and went on a date or two, and from there...
After you gave me your number.
After I gave her my number.
And made me text you first.
And from there it's just been history, magic history.
Declare your consent now before God and His church.
I remember your eyes were just amazingly beautiful, and you were hilarious without trying. You just were goofy, and I really liked that you didn't care what anyone thought about you, and it was a lot of fun.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands.
So we had our rehearsal dinner out at Lake Sarah at my parents' home, and it was Friday night, and we had mostly my side of the family and all of the people, the wedding party, the groomsmen, the ushers, the bridesmaids and bridal assistants out here to have dinner and go through the rehearsal at St. Anthony, and then come out here for dinner and
just hang out. We had a toast and roast, is that what it was called?
Yes, the toast and roast, which was a lot of fun. I feel like Kelly got the easy end of the stick there.
I did. Not mad about it. We ended the night with fireworks, which were amazing.
Yeah, the fireworks were beautiful.
It was awesome. We had a great time. It was a fun way to start off the wedding weekend.
Come away with me in the night. Come away with me, and I will write you a song. Come away. Fields where the yellow grass grows knee high. So won't you try to come away with me and kiss on a mountain top. Come away with me and I'll never stop loving you.
Another beautiful day in paradise.
I got up at 7:30 and went out, took my mother skiing as usual, brought back some memories of when I was younger and living at home, taking her out at 6:30. Luckily she pushed it off an hour. But then I get to go skiing on my wedding morning, which both she and my dad had done when they were getting married. That was really special too, to get to do that with them and be a part of a family tradition of that. It was awesome. Always awesome, as usual.
The girls' day was pretty jam-packed. We started hair appointments at 8 a.m. until 11, and then we went to the church and got all dressed, took a lot of pictures, tried to calm down before the ceremony started. We weren't allowed to see the guys, so I wasn't allowed to see Krista, so we had to avoid each other. That was interesting. So.
Straight neck, dude. What do you got?
Has Kelly read mine yet? That's funny, we mentioned some of the same things. It's really cool. That's awesome.
There you go.
Just for the last one, Mike.
Okay.
Right hand over left. Go your spot.
Break another two.
Back over at your mom. Kind of looking at your bridesmaids. All of them can check you out.
I get so lost sometimes. Days are
So we've been together for 5.5 years now. We
started dating at the tail end of high school, senior year, and some special moments for us were probably whenever at the end of the summer going into our freshman year of college, we were both very nervous just for the big life change that all was going to bring.
He was going to U of I and I was going to Eastern Illinois, which are about an hour apart. So we had spent the summer together, being 30 minutes apart, not even. So we were used to seeing each other almost every day. And we were just nervous about leaving, only seeing each other on the weekends, if every weekend maybe.
Yeah, and so that was a good moment for us just to, I don't know, go through the distance, making the heart grow fonder.
Yeah. So right before we left for school,
we told each other that we loved you.
Talked and we told each other that we loved each other, and kind of just made sure that each other knew that we wanted to stick together through everything. And we made it.
We made it.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Love the paper. Lots of scribbles.
So our engagement, it was a typical Tuesday night, and I wanted it to be kind of catch her off guard. I think Kelly knew that it was going to be coming within the next 6 months probably, but I wanted to catch her off guard. She had come out here 2 nights in a row, and usually we go back and forth between our houses to see our separate families, and so it took me quite a bit of convincing to make her come out here for the 3rd night in a row, and she was very confused as to why I would want her to do that, or why we weren't going to go see her family, but luckily enough I was able to convince her, and invited her out here, and when she got out here I was all dressed up.
I had come from work and I brought my usual attire for evenings at the lake, which was either a swimsuit or just comfortable clothes. So I changed into my comfy shorts and t-shirt and came down to the dock, and Krista was waiting in attire like this, shorts and a polo, and I asked, are we going somewhere? Are we going out to dinner or something? Do I need to change? No, it's fine. We're good. Do you want to go for a boat ride? Sure, I guess, which was kind of strange for us to go by ourselves, but I didn't really think a whole lot of it.
So we went out for maybe half an hour, and while we were on our way back, right when we came around the corner in front of our dock, Nash Nam was over on his dock, and we looked over and waved at him. And as Kelly was turning around to wave, I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me. And it's kind of a blur to both of us as to what I all said.
Neither of us know what he said. What he said. I just remember there being a pause, and so I said yes. And luckily Nash was over there. He was ready to take pictures for us. And right after Kelly said yes, her family and my family were both up on the top of our dock, and they started cheering. Kelly had no idea that they were up there. Yeah, that was a good surprise.
And so it was really neat. So then the rest of the night we had dinner out here.
Fireworks.
It was just a really fun evening.
A blast.
Not your typical Tuesday.
Definitely not. Definitely surprised me in the best way.
So when I walked down the aisle, everything was pretty good for me. I got some butterflies right beforehand, but after I was down the aisle and standing there, I was feeling normal. And then whenever the bridesmaids and groomsmen started walking down the aisle, I started to get chills. It just felt amazing. I just could not stop smiling. And from the back of churches, like the last 2 groomsmen were coming up, I could see a little bit of white coming out from behind the doors, and was getting very, very anxious to see what Kelly looked like, and was thrilled to see her walking down the aisle. She looked absolutely amazing.
in that ski boat that we call the church. Sometimes he takes you places you don't want to go. Sometimes there's a little bit of rough water. But boy, what a journey. And then finally the rope. The rope is why we gather here today. Because what the rope is God's grace for the two of you.
I, Christopher, take you, Kelly, to be my wife. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I, Kelly, take you, Christopher, to be my husband. I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health. I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
Kelly, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Christopher, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
It's now my privilege to present to you our newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Christopher and Kelly Schultz.
I usually don't get emotional at all, but this entire weekend has been, I'm not an emotional roller coaster at all, but just like a lot of happiness and lots of tears of joy that have been coming into my eyes.
For sure.
I think we've both been looking forward to this day for a very long time, and for it to finally be here, it's been very special.
It's crazy. It went by so fast, and it'll be an amazing memory.